Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well, and so am I, in case someone was wondering. Today I actually want to talk about something I think you all can relate with, because we've all felt tired and exhausted in our life, and not just physically, but um, emotionally and internally, where we've had this like, you know what, I'm actually tired of trying to control every other outcome in my life, which is not even mine to control in the first place. At least this is how the journey of detachment started for me. It was not in anger and not in ego, but in understanding. I have misunderstood detachment for a fair amount of period in my life. I've had my hidden trials, I've had my own definition of it, only for me to realize that it is not the absence of feeling, rather, it is an evolution of perception. Because if you were to look at it, you can prepare perfectly for a job interview. You can study for weeks, you can dress sharply, you can articulate well, you can say all the right things that needs to be said. You can think you did your best and you're probably going to get the job, but you don't get the job. Same is with loving someone. We realize that, you know what, no matter how much I love this person, I cannot happen to love this person to the point where I can help them become who they're not even ready to become, you know. Because no matter how much effort you put in, you cannot force any outcome, or you cannot help something to stay which is not meant to stay. It's like standing in the ocean. You can cup water in your hands. You can hold on it for a moment, but the tighter you squeeze, the faster it slips through your hands. Detachment is teaching you to open your hands and let it flow and be okay with it. If you look at it, all of us have somehow programmed our brains into thinking that, you know what, love is meant and supposed to last forever, and if it does not, then it's probably a failure or it was not real in the first place. But we do not comprehend that the fact that something ended does not erase the beauty of how well it existed. Like, think about sunsets, they end every single day, and yet no one calls them failure. Because that is their nature, and everyone understands that. They were never meant to last, they were only meant to be witnessed. So, what if we consider relationships the same and we understand that the goal is not the permanence, but the mere presence of it? As she started programming my brain in a way that I do not want to focus on achieving that feeling where I feel like I'm being fully healed from everything and anything that has happened to me or has occurred to me or I've witnessed or has come across. My goal was to expand beyond it. Because it's like two people live inside me, honestly. One understands reality, it knows that the world can be unfair. It sees and recognizes the patterns, the cycles, and the endings. The other one, it still hopes, it believes in goodness, still wishes that, no child grows up unloved, still wants the world to be softer than it is. Because when I turn on the news, I see suffering, conflict, unfairness, injustice, and because I do feel deeply, it does overwhelm me, and I want to fix everything, and I want to save everyone, and I carry that feeling for a very long time with me. And this is where detachment taught me that I can be responsible for my own actions. I can care, I can contribute, I can be kind, and I do not have to kill this softer side of me. Rather, I allow both my rational and emotional side to just I myself have created a very stupid solution of love and detachment because I do not know any better, obviously. But if you see, love simply is just two people who enjoy each other, are honest and transparent with each other while supporting one another, and especially when it's inconvenient. And this is not just applicable for romantic relationships, this is applicable for all sorts of relationships: professional, personal, platonic, family, whatever you want to name them. And that is all to it, actually. If you see, what I used to do was I used to overanalyze the text. I used to decode the tones. I mean, I used to think, oh, you know what, this person is in a bad mood. It's probably because I did something. And I used to play these mind games by, testing people if I can trust them, if I can rely on them, and whatnot, instead of just communicating with them. And I used to assume a lot of things instead of just asking. And I realized, oh, but that is just fear. Love in itself is so simple. It's the fear that makes it so complicated. Detachment in love does not mean loving less. You can love how you love. You do not have to change the way you love. Or, you do not have to go like, you know what, I don't think I should offer this much love to this person, or whatever we tell ourselves. It just means that you love without having to lose yourself in the process. That is all. It's like saying, I choose you, not because, oh, I need you to live and survive my life, but because I want to share this life with you. And if it ends, it ends. I'm gonna grieve, I will care, and I will feel everything. But I've refused to be ruled by it. I accept that love brings loss, and that is inevitable. In whatever way it brings, that is inevitable. We cannot control that. We cannot change that. That is just a fact, honestly. But what I can do is I do not collapse when that happens. It's like being a child again, if you ask me. They cry completely, they love completely, they laugh completely, they get mad at you completely, and then they just move on. There are no masks, there are no emotional games, there are no pretending that, oh, you know what, I'm so unaffected by this, and this just does not bother me. Just because, you know what, I don't think you care about me enough, so I'm just gonna have to pretend. None of that shit. Because when you stop trying to control every outcome, when you stop fearing every single ending that might happen, when you stop pretending you do not care, life actually softens, and you soften as well, in all the good ways. You still love and hope and feel deeply. You're just no longer drowning in it, you're floating in it. You know how to swim. It's like you know how to swim, finally. It's sort of like this. Detachment is not distance, it is depth without desperation, it is love without possession, it is peace without indifference. And when you understand that, you don't become colder, you just become free to be yourself and love yourself, and that's all to it. Okay, I'm gonna see you when I'm gonna see you, but take care until then.